Andrew Tate, he says that the First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, Emmanuel Macron's wife, is actually a man. Well, we can joke about this as much as we like, because it sounds so flippin' ridiculous. We make fun of it. But put yourself in Brigitte Macron's shoes for just a moment. How would it make you feel if millions of people online are, well, reading this and watching it? It's just cruel, quite frankly. Now, they like to use these rather bizarre conspiracy theories as a way of discrediting powerful women. Other women have been accused of being a man as well, and we'll get to that later on in this video. I find it absolutely disgusting. I really do. And I just hope, I really do hope with all my heart that Kamala Harris becomes the next president of the United States. Another powerful woman. A strong woman. And that's what they need. She's not just a powerful woman, she's of mixed race. Ticking lots of boxes here, you know. About put them in time too. Now the thing is, you see, these lies, well, they originated from another individual, which we get to in a moment, but Candace Owens. And she's just unreal. Absolutely unreal. Now, these are unfounded rumours. That's all they are, okay? And it's basically a way of attacking, France, Emmanuel Macron, and Brigitte Macron, right? Now, the thing is, you see, I don't like Brigitte Macron. They don't think she looks great, you see. She's too old, you see. There's got 25 years between them. That's one reason. But no one talks about Melania Trump when the shoe's on the other foot. When the missus is a bit young, you know. That's okay, because you can get yourself a Thai bride if you like, you know. Or maybe a Russian bride, maybe not now, but you know how it is. Because she's 25 years older than Emmanuel Macron, it's a problem. But for Donald Trump, no, it's not a problem. That is, Mrs. 24 years younger than him. It's total hypocrisy. Is this a misogynistic male thing where he's, oh, good on him, yeah, grab him, boy. Oh, yeah, you know what I was going to say. It's just disgusting. No. It's disgusting, it's cruel. Emmanuel Macron's actually come out on this as well. You know, basically, it is disturbing. It's mean. It's unnecessary. But it's always right-wing nutters. I'm sorry, if you're a bit, if you're on the hard right and what have you, well then, quite frankly, you follow these people, there's something wrong with you. There clearly is. Now, I understand them following these people for entertainment purposes. I even follow these people because you've got to chew on the things you disagree with. If you're going to come with any kind of centre ground, you just have to, unfortunately. But I do it so you don't have to. Okay, so you don't have to. I've got that straight. Well, these unfounded rumours that the First Lady Brigitte Macron was born a man has been circulating in France since 2021, and it's fueled by conspiracy theorists and right-wing groups. Yeah. All right. Now, more recently, this basic claim has been also, it's been gaining more attention recently in the United States, largely due to conservative commentator Candace Owens promoting it. And people like Andrew Tate being interviewed by Candace Owens literally put more fuel on the fire. Well, Owens featured this rather absurd conspiracy theory in an episode of her show, which was on the Daily Wire. Provocatively titled, "Is France's First Lady a man?" Obviously, it's presented as a question. I wonder why they do that. Well, I've done that. They found some more clickbaity titles. Now, in this episode, Candace Owens' episode on the Daily Wire, which has since been taken down, it's not there now. Owens suggested that Brigitte Macron and her brother, Jean-Michel, are actually the same person. And she alleged that Jean-Michel lived as a man for 30-odd years, fathered 5 children, and then transitioned to become Brigitte. Now, Owens attempted to support her claim by pointing to similarities in the photos of Brigitte and her brother. Well, quite frankly, they're the same family, so they're likely to have family resemblances, wouldn't you say? Hmm? I look like my sister. Oh, yeah. Well, I ain't got boobs. Well, man boobs, maybe, but anyway. So, the whole thing's disgusting, and it's cruel. And the thing is, you see, after the episode was aired, Owens took to Twitter, okay? There she was on Twitter, right, stating her entire professional reputation as a journalist. Yeah, right. On the claim that Brigitte Macron is a man. Well, quite frankly, she's as much a journalist as Tommy Robinson is a journalist. Anyway, the tweet had been viewed 7.4 million times. 7.4 million times. See, this is an issue. This is where social media is dangerous. Some people are going to believe this. Some people think, oh, that's ridiculous, that's funny, and then brush it off. That ain't great for Brigitte Macron. Don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of Macron's, to be fair. You know, they've done some good in France, but also does bad stuff as well. But it's like every flipping government. So it is. We could have the same thing in the UK with Keir Starmer. Some things we feel, that's pretty darn good. Well, we're happy with that. And other things we're, oh my Gideon. You know, we had the same thing with Tony Blair, but then you get the Tories come in. Oh my God, 14 years of complete chaos and disaster, and Brexit completely destroying the UK's economy and the ability to trade freely with the EU. Even though they told us, oh well, we won't be coming out of the single market. Oh, it's not what we mean. And then they say, no, we want no deal after they got their vote. See, these right-wing nut jobs and Brexit-type people, clearly, they don't think. Or they do think, and it suits their narrative, it suits their agenda. It pushes them ahead. Like Nigel Farage on his £1.3 million salary every single year. He's now the highest earner in Parliament. Now, before it had been, well, before that would have been, not Parliament, no, MP. It would have been little Richie Sunak in his short trousers. Earned an absolute racket. Being paid by Russia. That's not a conspiracy theory, that's fact. Since his Mrs. Father's business, for which he has a huge amount of shares, get 15-odd million a year from, are actually operating in Russia at the time. Anyway, despite Owens' history of promoting such outlandish conspiracy theories, the Daily Wire, well, they got rid of her. They parted ways with Candace Owens. Maybe they were getting concerned that they're going to get sued. Well, but actually, I roll back that actually because she didn't get sued on the basis of that of that conspiracy theory. She got sued on her anti-Israel views and not her spread of misinformation. It's about right, isn't it, eh? But see, the thing is, these lies are getting pushed and pushed and pushed, refueled, chucked out there again by Candace Owens, and then backed up by this complete and utter... Oh, crikey. At least this little video could about show. At least he's wearing a shirt this time. There you go.
I'm not one to get in trouble, but I recently watched your show when you were talking about Macron, wife, husband, whichever one it was.
Dude.
The dude, and people were saying to me, Andrew, what do you think about that? His wife is a man.
Okay. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yes, he's like a crazy person. Well, the origins of this, actually, the original origins of this falsehood trace back to Natasha Ray, a self-proclaimed independent journalist, a bit like Tommy Robinson again, who began spreading the rumour on Facebook during France's 2021 presidential campaign. probably paid for from Russia or somewhere, or the opposition. Anyway, Ray later discussed this claim in a live broadcast with a psychic and YouTube personality in December 2021. And that broadcast went viral, and it was viewed over 450,000 times. 500,000 times. Now, the rumour was picked up by the far-right magazine, Fait et Document, which devoted multiple issues to investigate the so-called mystery of Brigitte Macron. And that's a rather baseless claim rapidly across social media with the hashtag Jean-Michel, which is Brigitte Macron's brother. Now, this generated over 66,000 mentions in December 2021 alone. This is cruel. Now, despite legal action taken by Brigitte Macron and her brother, against those behind the rumours, the conspiracy theory has persisted. And the French President Emmanuel Macron recently addressed the issue publicly. This was back on March the 8th, I believe it was, International Women's Day, condemning the ongoing harassment, because that's what it is, as unbearable. And there are laws against this sort of stuff, you know. This is not about freedom of speech, you see. Freedom of speech is actually a great power, and with great power comes great responsibility. Anyway, this conspiracy theory is not unique, though, either, to Brigitte Macron. Now, similar false claims have been made about other prominent women, strong women, in a position of power. Lady Michelle Obama and New Zealand Prime Minister of the time, Jacinda Ardern. She's got children. We saw her pregnant. I don't know about you, but I don't think the transition is that good yet. There again, they'll probably say it was a pillow. It's just so ridiculous. And it is easy to brush it off and just say, oh, it's just ridiculous. But what about the people on the receiving end of it? Whether you like these people or not, it doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, it's just cruel and it's mean. People have done themselves over for less than this, you know. Well, see, it ain't just Brigitte Macron. No. These rumours often spread by the same groups of conspiracy theorists and far-right figures. And they are all rooted in misogyny and transphobia and, anti-gay and in general. In fact, that little clip I just showed you later on in the interview, they were associating homosexuality with paedophiles. They actually bunched the two together. I wasn't going to actually mention that, but I did. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Why can't we just leave these people alone? You know, I understand someone like Brigitte Macron. Like, okay, she's out there. She's with Emmanuel Macron. She's showing her face, doing her job, and what have you. She's gonna get attacked, but not like this. It's just flipping like Donald Trump constantly attacking Kamala Harris. Basically saying she's really, really ugly because he reckons that he's better looking than she is. So she must be horrendously ugly if that's the case. But, you know, carry on wearing the old nappy, Don. Dump. Well, ultimately, this is more than a rumour, and it is aimed at targeting powerful, strong women. Because these people are weak. Because they feel threatened by strong women. I respect strong women. I'd like to see more of it. Now I'm a woodworker, you know, and I've spent all my life working on building sites and stuff like that as well. And it's I would have liked to see more women on their building sites picking up a trowel, but unfortunately, it's, you know, that's not, well, what's the indoctrination, I suppose, of people. You know, boys play with guns and girls play with dolls, that kind of thing. You know how it was in my generation, you know? We need more people of all genders picking up the tools. We need people, quite frankly. And I don't care what race, what creed you are, whether you're homosexual, you're lesbian, whether you're trans. I don't give a flying no. If you could do the job and do the job well, that's all I care about. And I, quite frankly, if I got people work for me like that at the time, and if okay, I didn't have any people. I had Polish and workforce as well, but you know, and they did get some attacks, but obviously for different reasons. But I would defend them on the work in the workplace, you know. Or, you know, if I would, but certainly. And it's just I shouldn't need to. Shouldn't need to, and that's why I'm trying to do my little bit to help to try and defend Brigitte Macron, because it, quite frankly, I find this absolutely disgusting. And if it was one of, say for instance, one of my kids been treated like that, I'd want to defend them, all, you know, or my grandchildren who already have had some racial attacks because the black is people need to not just wake up. They just need. The only thing is you can't reason with stupid. Unfortunately, you really can't. No, this is more than just ridiculous. It really is. Like I said, and it's there to undermine the credibility and dignity of women who happen to be in a position of power, or you know, or they've got themselves out there, you know. And it's usually other men who actually also have power, such as Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, etc. They have huge audiences, you know, and where you have bummers on seats, eyes wide open, ears just listening to what's going on, you know, what these people are saying. If you've got an audience, you've got power. Plain and simple. How else did Donald Trump become the president of the United States? That's all it is. Power through numbers. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that will follow them. And what's really unfortunate is somebody like Candace, who's happened to be a woman, fueling these ridiculous claims. Well, we know why these people do it, don't we? It's their agenda, and it makes them bloomin' rich, that it does. Anyway, please be with the old like button, it helps the channel, you know. But it does really pee me off, it really does. We've got to do better than this. We really have. And we've got to call these people out again and again and again. And it's all very well, people say, oh, boycott X and what have you because of Elon Musk. Yeah, it's tempting. But how the hell are you supposed to counter these people if you're not on the platform to counter them? You know? Because they're like a disease. And they're spreading fast. Toodaloo.